For more information, check out my blog, Dhukai.com. Follow me! Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to get this olive green, glowy, smoky eye makeup look. I have been obsessed with the color olive lately in my makeup, on my clothes, and just about everywhere. I feel like it's the perfect color for fall. I used all affordable products in this video, so if you guys want to know how I got this look, then please keep watching. You guys know the drill. I'm starting off with my Farah Rose Gold Elixir to prime and moisturize my skin. I love this stuff under my makeup. It gives me a really beautiful glow, and I love to massage it onto my skin. For my foundation today, I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Matte Foundation, and of course, I'm color correcting with my LA Girl Pro Conceal. I will have the full tutorial to my color correcting video in the description box below, but I'm just going to skip through it really quickly in this video because you probably don't want to see this process every single time. Now I'm just going to go through and contour with my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the color Beautiful Bronze, and I was laughing because I was like, my new contouring technique makes me look like I have a mustache like Mario and Luigi. But anyways, I'm just going to go through and apply this wherever I want to contour, which is pretty much my hairline, the tip of my nose, my lips, my hollows of my cheekbones, my jawline, and everywhere. And I'm just blending this out with my damp beauty blender. And I could not take my face seriously right now. Like, I'm looking at myself and I'm like, oh my god, I look like Ratatouille. Does Ratatouille have a mustache? I don't know, but that's what I look like. I will have a full contouring routine coming out for you guys soon. I know a lot of you guys have been requesting it, and I haven't forgotten. I promise it's coming very soon. So as you guys can see, I contoured the crease of my lid with the same contour product that I applied all over my face. And the reason for this is because I want to use this as a base for my crease color, which is just going to help define it a lot more. I don't have a very strong crease, so I really like to define it sometimes using a contour shade. For my concealer today, I'm using my Maybelline Studio. I forget the name of it. All the products that I use in this video will be listed in the description box below, so don't forget to check that out when you get a chance. But I love this Maybelline concealer because it's very similar to the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I feel like it lasts a really long time. It has awesome coverage, it doesn't crease on me, and it's just an overall great drugstore concealer. So I'm just going to use this to highlight and conceal my under eye and the centers of my face, as well as right below my contour, and then I'm going to blend all of this out with my damp beauty blender. So I just like to touch up the under eye really quickly with my damp beauty blender, and then I go right away and set it in place with my Rimmel Stay Matte Transparent Powder. You guys know I love this stuff, especially with a damp beauty blender. I feel like it sets the concealer in place all day long and it does not budge. So I'm just applying this wherever I want to set the area, so the centers of my face, under my eye, and then I'm just taking my BH brush and just blending away any excess product that's left behind. For my bronzer today, I'm using the LA Girl Spice palette, and I'm taking the bronzer color and just bronzing out my face with this. You guys know the deal. I'm pretty much just going all over my face to give myself a really healthy glow and add a little more to that contour. I'm also going to take that bronzer color and pop it into the crease exactly where I applied that contour color earlier. This is just going to help define the crease just a little more, and I'm going to set all the areas in place that I that I contoured. And the great thing about this bronzer is that it's not shimmery, it's pretty matte, which is awesome. Then I'm taking the two blush colors from the palette and applying this onto my cheekbones and blending it back into my bronzer. I really love the way peachy tones go with olive shades, so that's why I chose these blushes. For my highlight today, I'm using the Carli Bybel for BH Cosmetics palette, and I'm taking those two highlight shades that I showed you, mix them together, and applying this all over the high points of my face. I love highlighting the bridge of my nose right between my eyes. I like the tip of my nose, high points of my cheekbones, above and below my brow, and my cupid's bow. I am a girl that loves to glow, so wherever I can pop a highlight, it's gonna go there. I'm also taking this highlight right in the inner corner of my eye to add a little bit of light and some sparkle to the smoky eye that we will be creating in just a little bit. Then I'm going to move on to my brows. I'm using my BH Studio Pro brow palette. I have been obsessed with this palette since the day that I got it. I've literally been using it every single day. So I'm going to start by brushing through my brows and then take this ashy brown shade and fill in the front part of my brow. And then I'm going to go through with the dark brown and the black gel creams that are in the palette, and I'm going to define my brow a little bit more. I've been keeping my brows a little more on the natural side lately and just using my own shape and filling in the sparse areas. I love this palette because not only does it have powders to fill in your brows, but it also has gel waxes to fill in your brows. So if you want to go for a really natural looking brow, you can totally do that. But if you want to change up your brows and go for something more bold, you can do that as well. So I feel like everything is kind of just in this one palette. So I've been using this every single day, and you guys have seen me use this in so many videos already, and it's just like my go-to brow thing at the moment. I feel like I change up my brows a lot, and this is one of the reasons why I like it, because sometimes I like my normal brow and then sometimes I like a full-on like caterpillar. So yeah, I've been rambling about this for so long. I take a little longer on this brow right here because this is my ugly brow. We all have one. This one takes a little bit more time because the hairs are just all over the place. So just taking a little extra time and giving this brow a little extra love, and then once I'm happy with it, I'm going to move on to my eyes. I'm taking this Maybelline Color Tattoo in the color Deep Forest, and I'm taking a synthetic brush from Sigma, and I'm popping this all over the entire lid. Now, I applied a crease color already, so I'm making sure this doesn't get into the crease, and I also have an inner corner highlight on, so I'm making sure that I don't get that onto the inner corner highlight. I'm focusing this mostly on the mobile lid. For my eyeshadow today, I'm taking this olive colored shadow from the Carli Bybel palette, and I'm packing this onto my lid on the inner and outer thirds of my eye. So I'm kind of sandwiching the next color that I'm going to put on, but this is just staying on the lid. I'm not taking this up into the crease or anything like that, keeping it on the mobile lid on inner and outer corners. I hope that makes sense. And then I'm going to take the fluffy brush that I used in my crease a little earlier. This does not have any product on it. I'm just blending out any harsh lines that ended up in the crease and just making sure that everything is nice and blended. I'm not adding any more of that crease color because I don't want this look to be more brown. I want it to be mostly olive green. Next, I'm going to grab this golden eyeshadow from the palette, and I'm just going to apply this right in the center of the lid, which is kind of like the ball of the eye. This is going to give the illusion of larger eyes, but it's also a smoky eye at the same time. So if you feel like whenever you do smoky eyes, your eyes just look kind of panda-ish or they look really small, try a spotlight smoky eye and you might really like it. For my eyeliner today, I'm taking this one from BH, and I'm just lining my eyes and creating a medium-sized wing. This pen is awesome. It's insanely pigmented. It's such a beautiful inky black, and that's exactly what I look for whenever I have an eyeliner. I want it to be super black and inky, and that's what this gives me. So just making sure the wings of my eyeliner are even, and then I'm going to move on to my waterline. I'm just taking this nude eyeliner pencil from Rimmel and just putting it all over my entire waterline. For my lower lash line, I'm grabbing that olive color from the palette and just smoking it out. I'm using a smaller brush so I can get a little more control on how much shadow goes on the lower lash line. And then I'm going to go back to my Studio Pro brow palette, and I'm going to pick up the black shadow from the palette and a small angled brush, and I'm going to line very close to my lashes on my lower lash line. That's another great thing about this palette. Because it has shadows and gels, you can use the palette as eyeshadows as well, which is awesome. So yeah, I feel like I talked about this palette so much. You guys are gonna be like, girl, stop talking about your brows. Anyways, moving on to mascara. I'm just mixing all of these mascaras together and taking forever on my lashes like how I always do. Once my top lashes are done, I'm just going to move on to my lips. I'm just removing any foundation that might have gotten on my lips, and then I'm just priming my lips. You guys are probably so tired of seeing me use this, but we won't talk about it. I love it. So priming my lips, and I'm just going to allow this to dry. And while it dries, I'm going to work on my lower lashes and apply some mascara on them. For my lips today, I'm using this BH28 lip color palette, and I'm creating an ombre of lip color. So I'm starting off with this darker shade, and on a lip brush I'm just applying this all over the outer parts of my lips and the outer corners, and then I'm going to grab this lighter peachier nude and I'm going to pop this in the centers of my lips. I love the way this turned out. When I wore this out, I got so many compliments, and it's just awesome how you can get so many different colors in one palette. So once I do that, the entire look is done. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and you learned something new. Please don't forget to give this video a great big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see some more videos from me. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!